Welcome to the 2300 Pick Six podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do Week 11 picks with Joe Law. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Walker, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Before we got on the air, I wanted to tell you something. Since you're a big Eagles fan, at my bar that I frequent at Tom Fullery's, I frequent a lot where sometimes I make the Baywatch joke when Taylor Swift is going to be there. The Eagles cheerleaders and Swoop was there last night.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you have a good time seeing Swoop and the cheerleaders?
Yeah, I had a good time just waiting on a seat. Like I said, the mascot was a very good. Cheerleaders were there. They were just doing a raffle for Eagles tickets for tomorrow night's game and other games that down their next home game when they come back. But it was very good. And for people out there, if there's a photo of me out there, yes, I was there. But there was no photo of me and Swoop or the cheerleaders. If they had approached me, I would have took a photo with them, and I wouldn't have mind posting it. And like I say to people, just because I'm a Cowboys fan, I do have respect for the Eagles fans. It's just where I don't have my respect for is Giants fans. That is where I don't have my respect for.
Yeah, the Smurfs.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, usually that's how they usually go. Swoop will usually make an appearance with the cheerleaders, and the cheerleaders will make an appearance with Swoop.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like a package deal. But, hey, did you put in for the raffle for the tickets?
I don't think I could. I think it was like too late. They start those raffles off way early. Because I didn't get off work until I get off work at about 6:10, 6:20, like around that time. And then when I hit Fuller's, I usually don't get to Fuller's until like about 7:30 because I have to deal with traffic, pending the way I'm coming. If you go towards I-95 north, if you're heading towards Baltimore, it gets very crowded because people are getting off of work. But for me, I take a back road where I have to take Route 1. And sometimes it does take me there a little bit longer to get there.
Right.
So I don't know when they started those raffles, even though, hey, look, I'm not a fan. I could have just took one for probably like down the road for like maybe when they play the Raiders or something like that. Because I don't know when the next home game is going to be with them. But all in all, I had a good time. Katie, if you do listen to my podcast, thank you for getting me a seat and for looking out for me as always. When I'll see you, I gave you a shout out in 2 weeks, I'll tell you.
Oh, the next home game for the Eagles is Sunday they play the Lions.
Yeah, I know tomorrow. Yeah, they were doing that. They were doing a raffle for tomorrow night's game. I think they were doing another one because I know they go to Dallas after this. Then they go to Chicago.
Hello?
I'm still here. Yeah. I said, yeah, I know after Detroit, y'all are on the road for the next two because you go to Dallas next week, then Chicago. I don't know if that Chargers game, that Monday night against the Chargers,
Chicago's here.
Oh, Chicago's in Philly.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they had to go to Chicago. I thought they had to go to Chicago.
No, we're here Sunday against the Lions.
Yeah, I know that.
And we're in Dallas next week.
Okay.
And then we're back here against
you're right.
Bears.
Yeah, Black Friday, you're back home. You're
LA.
Yeah, you're right. Because I thought it was the other way around. My bad. Because I knew you guys were on the road with us next Sunday. I thought the Bears game was in Chicago. I didn't know it was in Philadelphia on Black Friday.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes, I did it the wrong way. So then you go back on the road against the Chargers on Monday Night Football, and then after that, you're not back home until the Raiders. And then the next two, you're on the road with Washington and Buffalo.
Correct.
Okay, so I looked it up the wrong way. Okay, my bad. Sorry, folks.
Well, no, the Raiders, and then I think after that we play Washington at home. Then we go to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Then we go to Washington.
Okay. Now, actually, I got their schedule up. So it's a home game tomorrow night. Then you're on the road to Dallas, back home against Chicago, on the road to LA, back home against the Raiders, then on the road to Washington and Buffalo, and then the final game back home for the Commanders.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was I got it a little wrong there too, so that's what I was just wondering. So speaking, since we're on the Eagles subject, I really didn't expect your game to be a Phillies and Brewers game. I thought it was going to be very competitive, and I really don't understand what the Eagles were thinking at 4th and 6. I know they got the win, and it was an ugly win. And when Hurts threw that ball, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh God, the fix is in on the Eagles.
Well, a lot of us were wondering that. Like, it's 4th and 6, and you're throwing the ball like 30 yards. It's like the Seahawks game a couple years ago on Monday Night Football when I believe that was 4th down as well.
That was 4th down as well, too, yeah.
And I think they actually needed 6 yards, so it's kind of coincidence that's 4th and 6. And somebody reported that AJ and Hurts went into business for themselves again to launch the football, but I'm like, I don't believe that because you really haven't thrown the ball to AJ the whole game, which is 2 catches, which is sad.
Yeah, because he was limited to it, and mostly he was going to Devontae.
Exactly, because AJ gets double teamed.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I thought they should at least caught it, but the Eagles are aggressive.
Now, I'm not blaming them for going aggressive. I'm not mad at them for that. I can understand, hey, what they were doing. I understand you want to put the nail in the coffin here, literally. I understand, but it's just to me was just like, okay, why are you throwing it like that long? I can understand if he just did like a check down, a short check down, then fine, that's it. Or Hurts decided to run just to put that in there, but that long of a pass. And where you're at also didn't help too, because going for it, also messing it up, you literally gave the Packers life. And a lot of Eagles fans, even though I didn't pick the Eagles, I thought the Packers were going to win. But I saw when McManus missed, I said, McManus has been struggling this whole year. I don't think he's making these kicks. It's either 1, he's going to get missed, or 2, he's going to get blocked.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The Packers offense hasn't done jack shit that whole game. Basically, that was a slap you in the face of Green Bay saying, we're going to go for it. And if we don't make it, you still can't do shit on our defense. We've been sort of punching you in the mouth.
Oh, and I was kind of glad it didn't go to overtime. I was glad. I said at the rate it was going, I said, this thing go to OT? I would not be shocked this thing goes to a tie. Because how both were playing that night.
Yeah, the defense was, and you know, it was a stupid play call, but, you know, they won the game.
Yeah, they won the game because, and trust me, then everybody would have been asking for Sirianni's head, and he would have been in the same position as Gable. We'll talk about him a little later on. But I just know I didn't expect that out the Eagles. And I know Sunday they're going to be putting up some points because you're playing against a very, very tough Lions team here. So this is not going to be this is not going to turn into a Phillies and a Detroit Tigers game here.
You would hope not.
Let's hope not. Yeah, let's hope not. Like I said, I can't say hockey because the Green Bay does not have a hockey team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they got a minor league team.
Oh yeah, they probably got a minor league team. Yeah, but I know Detroit. Yeah.
But here's the thing: the Eagles' offense. I'm 100% behind AJ Brown. How he's frustrated. And because when you told me the topics we were discussing, I also said we should talk about AJ Brown.
Yeah, and I literally forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, people are looking at him and giving him a bad rep and dogging the guy for speaking the truth. I mean, people get mad like, oh, well, why won't he speak the truth? Why won't he tell it like it is? But then when players tell it like it is, they piss in their panties or something and get butthurt that he's speaking out for what we all can see.
Yeah.
This was a top-notch offense, and we've seen the Eagles. Look what they did to the Commanders, and look what they did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship, putting up all these points.
Yeah.
So you know they can put up the points. The offense didn't change. They got the same guys from last year.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed is the offensive coordinator. He looks like he's drawing plays from a Madden book.
That's what it looks like. He just does not go to AJ. That's the issue from what I'm saying. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, is AJ trying to get himself deactivated like what happened to T.O.? I don't see that happening. Because this is not a T.O. situation here. This is not like, okay, AJ Brown decided, oh, I want more money in the offseason. They didn't give it to him. Then he decides to threaten to hold out. No, this is not that situation. This is just a man who is just pissed off that the ball's not coming his way.
Yeah, he's a captain for a reason. And, like, you know, there's this one guy on WIP I cannot stand. His name's Joe Gilliam. This guy's an A.J. Brown hater.
No.
He twists A.J.'s words around. The only reason I listen to his show is because he's with Hugh Douglas.
Yeah.
But he twists the show around and tries to get AJ's words all mixed up and how to make AJ look like the bad guy and everything, and giving AJ's bad stats and all that. Like he's running 99 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you have the quarterback that's supposed to receive the ball. You know, AJ's been open and Hurts still won't throw the ball.
I think it's that coordinator. I don't know what it is between them. I don't know. Did the coordinator do something to AJ? AJ do something to him? It's something. All of a sudden, You're not using AJ Brown the way you should be using him.
No, AJ Brown's a top 5 wide
receiver. Yeah, he is. I'm not arguing that point. Yeah, AJ is in the top 5 of receivers. He is a top 5.
And then you should have heard the crap he was saying. Oh, he's always hurt. AJ has only missed one game.
He missed one game, and that was against the Smurfs.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, well, we won without, we could do great. Smitty's the number 1. It's like, no, dumbass. One, you played the Giants at a Pee-wee football.
Yeah, practically anybody could beat the Giants. And that's when I said, and I even said, without A.J. Brown, I think the Eagles could still beat them.
Yeah, and they even said that the defense focuses on A.J. more, double teaming him. And yeah, he probably takes the plays off because he's pissed off. He should be. I mean, it's like the fourth quarter, and you only have one catch.
Yeah, and they were holding. I'm not saying that the secondary Green Bay was holding him in check. It's just that Hurts didn't go in his direction.
No, and it's bullshit. And then it's like. See that your team, Dallas, they always find a way to get CD Lamb.
Yeah, even if because it'll be like you said with my team. Okay, like if Lamb's double covered, it'll be like okay, I know I can go to Pickens. If Pickens double covered, I know I can go to Lamb. If both are, then I can go to Jake Ferguson.
Well, yeah, but it's not even that. You know, AJ says he's cool with his guys getting, but he just wants. To be involved.
I understand him. Yeah, I'd be a little mad. Yeah, he wants to be more involved, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, like CD Lamb, all right, they're double team on the outside. Well, guess what? We're going to move him at the inside and be a slot receiver.
Yeah.
So now they got to go one-on-one. They can't double team him. So now CD can get his catches and yards because they moved him in. Same with Minnesota with
Justin Jefferson,
Cincinnati with Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm.
These offensive coordinators find their wide receiver playmaker to get him the ball, but yet our receivers just stay in the damn zone. They don't move them in the slot.
No, they don't audible. Like if you know he's about to get double teamed, hey, audible, move out and go to the slot.
Yes, it's a joke.
Yeah, I understand it. Like I said to people, I understand his frustration, why he's mad. Like I said, this is not a team that's just. Okay, if they were losing games, he'd be even more frustrated, but they're not. Right now, where the Eagles' position is, they have their division locked down. I don't see Washington or Dallas or even the Smurfs getting it. There is the possibility they could get a 1 seed or 2, where they're looking at right now, pending what happens with this game tomorrow night. And this team is a playoff caliber team. So it's not like, okay, hey, they're struggling here. No, I understand what it is. He wants to produce more to get them to repeat again. That's what he wants to do.
Exactly, yeah. Because he even said, hey, thanks for the rain last year, but defenses have changed. They're more focused on us. We need to step our game up, and they really haven't.
No, because
except for maybe 2 games, they've scored over 30 points. Other than that, it's been low-budget games. Yeah, we all play to get the wins, and, well, the Eagles have had a lot of ugly wins.
Yeah, they have, and like we said, wins are not easy to come by, and you got to take them any way you can.
And wins matter, yes. And wins is all about what you're trying to perceive, but you also got to win to look good.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just that one night they did not look good here. Yeah, they got the win, but it just didn't look good.
Oh, the offense hasn't looked good all year.
No, it hasn't. And I know people are going to say, because I got hit with a lot of DMs with that on Tuesday. I said, are you going to put the Broncos in the same category with the Eagles? I said, no, I'm not, because the Eagles had one bad game. This is not continually with the Denver Broncos. This has been overall with Denver. and I can go to a picture looking at this overall. Okay, after they lost to the Chargers in that first meeting, they beat the Bengals and dominate them, which we all know the Bengals is not a good team because that was with Jake Browning before Joe Flacco. The second one is the question you said last week, what you said is how the fuck did the Eagles lose to this team? And I look at that right now and I go to that point. How the hell did they lose to the Eagles? I mean, how did the Eagles lose to this team?
Bad officiating calls was one of them.
Yeah, I know.
And they just beat themselves. And the offense sputtered. They came out looking good, and then they shit the bed in the second half.
Yeah,
that took advantage.
Yeah, that was one. And then the Smurfs game, let's recall, they were down in a shutout. Had that not been to what you say?
You were just talking about the Smurfs game against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth, they were down 19-0.
Yep.
And yeah, they scored 34 points in the fourth, but still,
You shouldn't have been.
Those three quarters, they looked like trash.
Yeah, they looked like trash in those three quarters. Had not been due to Brian Gable's stupidity and his jackassery. Well, thank God he got fired. We'll talk about him a little later on, which wasn't a shock he was getting fired. That wasn't a shocker to me when he got fired after the Bears game. That did not shock me. It should have been done. No, his ass should have got fired after that Broncos game, letting go of that shutout and letting the Broncos score 32 points unanswered. That should have been That should have been him getting terminated.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and then
Thursday night game against the Raiders, everybody thought the damn Broncos were going to blow the Raiders.
No, they didn't.
It was a 10-7 game like Monday night. It started with a 10-7 game to start the week, and then it ended.
With a 10-7 game to end that week.
Yes.
That's why I was like, oh, God. That's why I said I'm not putting the Eagles in that category of the Denver Broncos. They're continuing on. Okay, the Cowboys you dominated against because, okay, the only one lone mistake that they made was an interception, and then after that, Bo Nix and them trampled us, which I know we were going to lose. That's when Pat Surtain went down. Houston, you started off slow, and then this one you started off slow. And everybody could say, oh, Pat Surtain was out. Yeah, but unfortunately, Pat Surtain was in those games all the way until after the Dallas game. That's why I said I am not putting the Eagles in that category because that was one bad game. This has not been going overall, and I'm not going to hide and sugarcoat with the Broncos here.
Oh, and they just got some bad news before we even started.
Yeah, I read J.K. Dobbins is out for the season.
Yeah, there's reports saying some of it's you don't know if it's true, but yeah, J.K.'s out for the season for that horse collar tackle that happened Thursday night.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss for them.
Yeah, they already have enough injuries. Dobbins is going to be out, and now you're going to have to rely on R.J. Harvey a lot more. Pat Surtain's not going to be back yet until probably, I would say, maybe somewhere near the end of November. That's why I said when we do Broncos Chiefs, that's why I said I think the Chiefs are going to win that game now because Patrick Mahomes is a corner fox right now, and this team is going to be very, very dangerous. And there's a possibility the Chiefs could try to run the table. But we're going to wait and see down the road how many – they got more games to play here. But that's why I said this game between them and the Broncos, it's not looking good for Denver right now. And let's keeping on the subject. We already talked about the Smurf coach, which was Brian Gable getting fired, which did not shock me, which should have been done a long time ago. Now that it is Mike Kafka, and then they have now went to Jameis over Russ. I know it's over. Who would you have thought should have been the quarterback? Because I know Jackson Dart is out with that concussion because due to Gable relying heavily on him.
Yeah, that's the only thing the Smurfs had that was reliable, that was good, was Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I mean, you only went with Wilson, and you saw what he did, so it can't hurt to go with Winston.
No, it can't hurt to go with Jameis. How much worse can it get? And I know, I just know is the Giants have trouble finishing games, and the Bears knew what they were doing because you almost thought that was going to be a fuck you game there, but then the Bears came back when Caleb Williams got the game-winning touchdown, and then after that, the defense just literally brought the house to Russ 4 times and blitzed him.
Yeah. The defense showed up. This was a bit of wacky season, man. That's all I can say with these games. I mean, teams that you thought should be blowing out the underdog teams, just fighting like, hey, this is an upset and a half making.
Yeah.
that get talked about and everything. And it's just every week there's like 2 or 3 upsets that you don't see coming.
No, you don't. I think the one no one saw coming was the Bills losing to the Dolphins.
No, that was a big upset.
That was a big upset because the Dolphins had just already cleaned house. Phillips went to your team, and he did a damn good job in that game. I'll tell you right now, y'all got a good pickup in him.
Yeah.
They fired their GM had just walked away.
He's good. I mean, he's only 26. Howie should re-sign him next year.
I can see Howie doing it. Yeah, I can see him doing it. But I just know hey, he was making an impact in that Green Bay game, and everybody said about and I'll state my piece on Micah Parsons, and I said no, I was not being a hater on Micah Parsons. I just literally know what I saw. He did not do a damn thing in that game against Philadelphia. If I recall.
He applied pressure, but he didn't get any sacks.
That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't sack Jalen. That's what I'm going based off on. He may have pressured, but he didn't cause like an impact in that game.
But yeah, he played as bad as Mailata. Mailata was like trash Monday night.
Yeah, but but Micah did not do as much that everybody thought he was going to do. Because I've said before, and I'll keep saying again, when it comes to big game, Micah Parsons does not show up. And I know pretty soon after, I know they have, I'm not going to say right now that Smurfs game right now. Yeah, I know he's gotten to the Smurfs a lot of time, but right now, once we make our pick in that, I do think that the Packers are on upset alert with the Smurfs.
I would say that if Smurfs had all their players.
Yeah, I'd still go that route. It's just right now, I'm not saying that the Smurfs are like the Dolphins. They didn't fire their GM, but right now, Jameis has pulled off some shit like this before.
He has, but he actually had people around.
Yeah, he has, but I know right now he's got nothing on him right now, and I know at times the Giants sometimes do have the Packers number at times. That was even when Aaron Rodgers was there. But in this instance, I don't know when we make that pick. We'll get to that game, and we'll talk about it more. But I just say, just in my opinion, I think they may be on upset alert here after right now they have lost 2 straight. They have lost to the Panthers. They have lost to your Eagles. And it's now very, really tough sledding to try to get your division. And now you're fighting to hold on to a playoff spot right now.
Right.
Because it's not going to
be
good.
You actually have a point here. The way the NFL season's going, they might have upset alert.
That's what I said. That game is screaming a little bit of an upset alert right there. I wouldn't have thought that, but now, hey, right now what the Smurfs have done right now, it's just, hey, Green Bay might be on an upset alert when we talk about that game. I'm not picking the Giants. I'm saying there's a possibility they're going to be on upset alert. I said in that Bills-Dolphins game, it was just like, it looked like the Bills didn't show up. It was like, I'm going like, where was the team that beat the Chiefs? Where was this team that was racking up, that came back after that Atlanta loss? It looked like, and I should have said, hey, they should have made moves in the deadline, which they should have. And it might come back to haunt them. And I know, hey, right now, New England's doing good. They're 7-2. And I know they have an easy schedule. They don't have to take on another winning team. And that's not until they play Buffalo again and maybe Baltimore, because I think Baltimore will be over 500. But eventually, I want to say, how far do you think New England's going to go? Because let's say all this stands intact. The farthest they could go right now is, let's say if they do win their division, there's a possibility they could go as a 2, possibly get a bye, or maybe go as a 3. How far do you see the Patriots going?
I see them winning the division.
Okay.
And locking up probably the number 2 seed or the number 3 seed, and then getting knocked out in the first round.
I'm going to say for me, if there are 2, there is the possibility they could get either Jacksonville or Houston as a 7. I think they would win that. I think they would get knocked out in a divisional, maybe to either the Chiefs or I don't think the Broncos are winning that division. I think it's going to come back on them. I think they're going to be coming back down to earth. It's either going to be.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Mike Vrabel turned that team around.
Oh yeah, Mike Vrabel did. He's a damn good coach. That's not the issue. Because look what he did with Tennessee his time he got there. He got them to an AFC championship. It's just that Tannehill couldn't get the job done.
And Mayo's having a hell of a season.
Yeah. So is that running back Trayvon Henderson too.
He's pretty much going to be a starter from here on out.
Oh yeah, I don't think because I know Ramondre Stevenson is still injured, but I know Henderson's been doing a damn good job. I know that offense has been doing a good job, even with Stephon Diggs with his veteran leadership helping them too. I'll say this: if I'm the Patriots, I would try to extend Diggs to maybe a 2-year or give him another year deal.
Yeah, I mean, he had a hell of a game Thursday night.
Yeah, because Diggs did very good, and I know Henderson and them beating the Bucs, which was when I was Atlantic City. I was shocked to see more Patriots fans.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't expect to see that many Patriots fans there. I thought it was going to be some Buffalo fans because most of the time Atlantic City will get either Giants fans or Jets fans, but I think really neither one want to be seen in public right now. And I was more shocked that it was New England fans. I would have thought maybe New England or Buffalo. It wasn't going to be Eagles fans because the Eagles were playing Monday night.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm surprised the Jets actually put that many points on the board against New England.
That was shocked too. I'll give it that. I know Fields had a good drive going into like on the opening drive when he got to Mitchell. Brees was doing good too, but this after that, when the field goal got missed at the end of the first half, I was like, this may come back to haunt them, but it did not. This literally was them putting up points.
Exactly.
They knew, hey, this is what a good team does. You got to find ways to win. You got to absorb a setback, and that was a setback that they found to counter that setback. They didn't put a Band-Aid on that setback. They were like, we're going to keep scoring points here because eventually, hey, we want to try to, A, win our division, and there is, B, the possibility we could get a first-round bye because right now the Colts still have that 1 seed. And I'll say right now, Danny Jones showed some toughness out there, even with a busted lip and with his mouth busted open. And even though that game going to overtime, Jonathan Taylor is looking like he might be MVP.
Yeah, but they won't give it to him.
I know they won't.
I
know it's going to a quarterback.
They should just give it. They should just call it the quarterback award.
Which it basically is. Which it basically is.
I mean, Barkley should have had it last year.
Yes, I agree with that because they gave it to Josh Allen.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's having it where he should be having it this year, even though Drake May's having a hell of a season.
Yeah.
With his stats and all, and his team's winning. So most likely they'll probably give it to him. You can even give it to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, because I could see, like I say, if the Colts players would get an award, I would say for me would be Danny Jones be comeback player of the year because he does deserve it after being on the Smurfs and then literally having a renaissance season right now. How he's been playing.
Exactly.
That's why I said because I had this with one of my friends. He thinking that he thought it should be Jonathan Taylor be comeback player of the year. I said Jonathan Taylor was always good. That was never the issue with them. I just think it should go more to Daniel Jones because look, you got to understand where he was at and where we're at right now with them.
Yeah, you could. You might put him in there, but he's past couple of weeks he hasn't looked the same.
No, he hasn't. No, I know he's having a little bit of his struggle. But the Colts are still doing good. But it's just more of Jonathan Taylor being that anchor in this whole thing.
Yeah, and so he would probably get a thing, even though Jonathan Taylor deserves it.
Yeah, I would love to see Jonathan Taylor get MVP, but I know it's going to go to a quarterback more likely. I just don't know.
He'll go to either Drake May or Patrick Mahomes.
Probably, yeah, one of those two.
Depending on how the second half of the season's looking, who else can you throw up in there?
Let's see. Want to say Jalen Hurts or no?
He does have a good touchdown interception rate.
Yeah, he does. I'm saying I'm going to say him. I'd put Jalen on that list. I would say Jared.
You could put him in there.
Yeah, I would say Jalen. Yeah, I would say Jalen would be one. I would say Jared Goff would be one because he's been playing outstanding. trying to think anyone else.
I would put Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I would put them in there too. I'd put them in there too. Gibbs, Jacobs, and them.
But like we said, they always go for the.
I know it's just going to go to a quarterback mostly. That's why I'm thinking. I know I would put Jalen Hurts on that list. Jared Goff. I would say. I'm trying to think of anyone else out the. I really don't want to say. No, I don't want to say.
Nobody quarterback wise from the NFC North because.
I said Jared Goff. I said Jared Goff.
I guess they would throw him in there.
Yeah, that's why I said I would put Jared Goff in there. That's the only one out the north I'd go. The west, I would say, I'm not going to put Sam Darnold on that list just yet. It's just because I know there's.
You can put him on. He's having a hell of a season.
Yeah, he is having a hell of a season. I'll put Sam Darnold on there too. I'll say Sam Darnold.
Stafford.
Oh yeah, Stafford. I would. Yeah, Stafford. Yeah, because I really thought Stafford was going to suck this year. And I thought that literally but yeah, he's looking like, hey, I could go another year is what it's looking like.
He's the first quarterback to start for 3 or 4 games, 4 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah, because Stafford's having himself a good season too. I'm trying to think of anyone else I could say. I would have said Baker early on, but now I have to take that because he's struggling a little bit too.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have his main guys out there.
Yeah, because Mike Evans is not going to be back until probably the wild card. So I would say him. That's all I would say for the NFC. AFC, your usual would be Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Dak in the beginning was doing good, and then he fell off.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anyone else I can think of. I would say maybe Daniel Jones. I know he just right now, the last 2 games, he's had a little bit of a struggle, and they're on their bye week this week because when they come back, they do play against the Colts, and they're going to be really, against the Chiefs, they're going to be really tested coming 2 weeks.
They'll always have Lamar Jackson's name up.
Yeah. I know Lamar just came back right now. I got to see a little bit more out of Lamar before I can put him on that list.
Well, apparently, Josh Burrow will be back when they face each other on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow I said it's probably going to come to a point where technically the Bengals are not mathematically eliminated just yet. They technically are still fighting for a spot.
And they're fighting for their division.
And they're still fighting for their division. You're 3-6. You technically still have a chance because Baltimore is almost back at 500 right now. And Baltimore has an easy game against Cleveland, which they should win. Cincinnati has a key divisional matchup against Pittsburgh, which is, hey, if you can sweep the Steelers, you still have a shot at winning your division.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said about Baltimore, they do have an easy schedule game, but for some reason they always play the Cleveland's level.
They do, and I remember the first meeting last year they did, and they lost, and that was the time they went 0-2. And then after that, they got their revenge in the last meeting.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping, and that is they don't do it again because I know, hey, I still think Baltimore is going to win that division. I still have a feeling that Pittsburgh is going to screw it up because can you really trust that defense? Number 2, Aaron Rodgers struggled against the Chargers out that whole game, and they only got 1 touchdown with some no-name guy named Roman Wilson I never even heard of.
I know. Some of these guys are coming out like they just came out of the stands. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yep.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. All righty. So before we make our picks, anybody that we should look at that should have good games in fantasy?
Fantasy this week. There should be some good ones this week. I have to say, it's pretty surprising the NFL season's going by super fast this year.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we're already at week 11.
Yep.
Season is going to be over in like 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But this week is fantasy. I like Joshua. I like Waddle, and I like HN this week against the Commanders.
Okay.
I like Josh Jacobs against the Giants this week.
Okay.
I like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins this week against Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I like James Cook this week and
Mhm.
Josh Allen against Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I like Swift this week against Minnesota. I also like Justin Jefferson this week and Jordan Addison. I like Kyrie Williams this week and Puka Nacua against the Seahawks. And I like Patrick Mahomes this week against Denver.
Okay.
And the Eagles, Lions, start everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in that game.
Trust me, and I'll say before we get to that game should not turn into a Phillies Tigers game or a Flyers and a Red Wings game.
And I guess you could say start everyone for Dallas this Monday night.
Yeah, because and I'm going to put my threat out there again. I pray to God, Dallas, you better be listening to me and listening to me good. Do not stink up this game. If I feel in any shape or form, you are stinking this game up, and I'm getting frustrated. Raw comes back on like I did in 2 weeks when it was against the Cardinals. So I'm giving that threat out right now to you guys. I'm hoping
How the hell does Monday Night Football put on the damn Cowboys and the Raiders?
I don't know. I really don't know.
State.
I don't know who literally decided who the schedule makers were in that. I think they were going based off that Dallas still had Micah.
I know, but I mean, they got to think like Cowboys really haven't. Yeah, they're a name team, but they really haven't been relevant. I mean,
no, we haven't. No, we haven't. Because there's times where, okay, do we really need to be on prime time? This is the time I wish we would have got flexed. Okay, I remember there was the time when Dallas had to play the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, Cowboys had a good record, and the Colts I think I don't know what the Colts record was. I think they were like below 500, something like that. And when we smoked the Colts, and everybody got mad at us saying, y'all should have been flexed for Chiefs Bengals. And I said, yeah, we should have got flexed. Because I remember that day, I think DB wanted me to go with him to dinner with them. And I said, hey, look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go because I think that my game is going to get flexed to 4 o'clock. But unfortunately, it did not get flexed to 4 o'clock. It was still the night game.
Exactly.
And I told everybody, yeah, we should have got flexed to 4, and Bengals Chiefs should have been the night game.
Yes.
But again,
I'm
not
looking at it.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Go ahead, man.
I'm just looking at the schedule. There's at least 6 games I would put on Monday night, but hey, that helps me because I can see all the good games.
Yeah, you get all the good games. Yeah, like I said, your game got a Sunday night, which is a good thing because hey, look, that game between the Lions and the Eagles, that's a potential NFC Championship preview.
Exactly. That's the main event tomorrow.
Yeah, that was the right call the NFL did in schedule making.
6-3 Lions versus 7-2 Eagles.
Yeah.
The Lions were crying and whining and pissing their pants that they should have won this. Well, you guys are the ones that got eliminated by the Commanders.
Yeah, let's recall. Yeah, y'all got eliminated by the Commanders because y'all got cocky because they thought they had an easy win.
Exactly.
And trust me, it's not an easy win you think. That was the same way how I felt last year when the Cowboys played the Packers in the playoffs in the wild card. I thought we had an easy dub, and look what happened. The Packers smoked us badly.
Yeah.
And that's why I said not every win is easy in the playoffs. You can't underestimate your opponent.
No, you can't. But like I said, especially this year, any given Sunday, it's really coming out because teams that you thought would not lose actually come out for the upset.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Yes. Alrighty. So let's start with our first game. We have our last international game, finally. Commanders and Dolphins. Who you got?
3-7 Commanders versus 3-7 Dolphins. I think we might put our internationals football fans to sleep.
Duh. I think most of us might still be sleeping around this time. And unfortunately, we got to get up at 9:30.
It says this game is on NFL Network tomorrow, but I think this game is on the Cooking Channel. because this game is going to cook us all to sleep.
That will. It will cook us all to sleep. And I would say I'm not touching it for gambling wise. If anybody decides it, 1-800-GAMBLER already.
I wouldn't touch it team wise. Player prize, though, I would take.
All right, I can agree with that way. I would touch it player prop wise because, like, I remember you said that to me 2 weeks ago when it was Arizona and Dallas. You were like, "Hey, don't touch your team. You would touch a player part." Like, yeah, which you were right. Even though I didn't win any off of them, but hey, you made a point there. You were right. And I only put $20 down. It's not like I lost a lot.
Nah, I would put like probably $3 down this game.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the Dolphins here this week.
Okay.
Commanders just doesn't have anyone. I see H.N. having a big game here. I have Jalen Waddle having a nice game here, too. The Commanders are just depleted by injuries.
Yeah.
They got no run game, no offensive line, no receivers, no defensive backs. They're on the clock.
Yeah, they are on the clock. They are.
And everyone that picked Washington is going to do good in this. Kiss our ass.
I didn't. I said from the jump. Remember when this thing started, I was very skeptical.
Because everybody was blowing Daniel.
I wasn't blowing him. I wasn't. I think me and you were the only two who was not literally on that bandwagon saying that Washington was going to do good. I knew Washington wasn't going to have. I said I was very, very skeptical because I said there are still those old Redskin fans in the past that probably have been through this before. The newer ones now that have been through this, they're okay now that Dan Snyder removed. Oh, they're thinking, oh, this team is so good now. We're going to go to another championship. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. No, I did not think that at all. And that's why I said I was very, very skeptical. And that's why I said the lineup, I'm going to keep saying same old fucking Washington.
Exactly.
So I'm going to take the Dolphins in this one too. They look good against the Bills. I know they're playing a very bad Washington team. No Jaden because he's going to be out for a while. The defense is banged up. The only thing they got for them is Jacoby Brissett. But I'm going to take the Dolphins here with Tua going to H.N. and Jalen Waddle. And I could see Minka having a good game here. So I'm going to take the Dolphins. They have the Dolphins as 2.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, Dolphins cover.
Yeah, I see the Dolphins covering at 2.5. Over or under 47?
I'm going to say under.
I'm going to take an under too because the international games have not put up a lot of points this year. Well, except for last week. That one did because it went to an overtime.
Yeah.
That was the only one it did. But in this instance, I don't see this one going as high. I'm going to take an under. Now into our 1 o'clock games, we have the Packers versus the Smurfs.
Packers and Smurfs. Giants are depleted. They got no Dart playing this week. No. He was the spark plug for them. Green Bay coming off 2 losses this week to the Panthers and the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Short week, but I like they're going to give the rock to Josh Jacobs this week, and he's going to run pretty good all over the Giants this week. And I think the Green Bay defense, they have been playing tough.
The defense for Green Bay has been playing tough. It's just the offense has not been able to move. And I know they have a key loss with Tucker Kraft is done for the year. And I didn't think – I know Dobbs is playing in this game because they say he did practice because I didn't think he was because I know he was injured in that game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was kind of fluky. Like he came across the middle and something with his chest.
Yeah.
But, I like Green Bay here. I know Winston's playing this first start, but we all see Winston. He's a turnover machine.
Oh, yeah. He's a turnover machine. I just say I'm still taking the Packers. I'm just still going to say I think the Packers are maybe on upset alert is just because of what has gone down with the Giants. You have a new interim coach. You have Jameis Winston starting. That's why I'm still taking Green Bay. I think Jacobs has a good game here going with the ball, and I could see maybe Dobbs have a good game. And I could say at times Micah does have good games against the Giants, and the Giants do not have an offensive line. So this is the one where I see Micah Parsons actually having a good game here. So I am going to take the Packers here. They have the Packers as 7-point favorites. You taking those points?
Green Bay will cover.
7. I'm going to say for now they're going to cover. On this podcast right now, I might, if anything else, I might, because I'm a little bit on the fence with this right here, I might change my mind and say the Giants could cover that 7. So I'm going to still say Green Bay for the moment that they covered at 7 points. Over or under 42?
I want to say under 42.
Under? I actually am going to take an under in this too because it's another bad team, and they have not put up a lot of points against the bad teams at home. Because I go back to Cleveland, they didn't put up that much. Carolina is a little bit fluky at times. I think with the Eagles, it was just a defensive battle. I'm going to call it what that was. And with the Giants right now, I'm going to say the same thing here. This is another bad team, and I don't think they're going to put up that many points. So I'm going to take an under 2. Now we go into some good games. We have the Bucs and the Bills.
Bucs and the Bills. I like Buffalo this week.
Okay.
I think Josh Allen and James Cook are going to do pretty good. Tampa Bay's just depleted by injuries this week. I mean, still no Chris Godwin. Still no Mike Evans is out.
Yeah.
Bucky Irvin is out too. Baker hasn't looked the same.
He hasn't.
2 weeks. So I say, and they're playing in Buffalo, which is probably like, I don't know, as we're speaking, probably 10 degrees.
I can check right now. I know it's cold down here because that wind chill down here is starting. We don't got Buffalo weather, thank God.
I wish we had Buffalo snowstorms.
Oh, I do too. So right now it is 55 degrees in Buffalo right now, and it's raining in Buffalo.
Not too bad.
So come tomorrow, it will be 39 degrees.
Yeah, give me Buffalo with 39-degree weather.
Yeah. So I'm also going to take the Bills too. They're going to bounce back from that horrible, ugly loss to the Dolphins. I see Josh Allen getting back on track. Cook, Coleman, Shakir, and I'm trying to say Knox. I don't know if Kincaid is playing or not. I think he might be out because he had a hamstring injury.
Yeah, he might be out or game time decision.
Let me see, because I know at times if Kincaid is not there, Josh Allen still has a good game. It's just not as good. So he is, I think he is out. Yeah, he is ruled out for this game. He is not playing.
Okay.
So it is more than likely I could see it being Knox and Shakir here. So I'm still going to take – you're good.
Well, speaking of, Josh Allen will find a way.
Yeah, Josh Allen will find a way. Yeah, Tampa right now is not the same. Now, if Tampa would have had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, then I would have said, you know what, I think Tampa's going to pull an upset off because Josh Allen without Dalton Kincaid struggles.
Exactly.
But in this instance, Tampa does not have all their weapons right now. So I am right now I can't see Tampa pulling off an upset. I'm going to take the Bills here in this one. They got the Bills as 5.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, that's all they have. Yeah, I see Buffalo with a 5.5 covering.
Yeah, I see Buffalo covering at 5.5. Over or under 46?
I want to say over 46.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one. I think Buffalo, they could put that on their own, but I don't think this is going to be a cardiac Bucks game because it was almost with the Patriots almost would have been a cardiac Bucks win, I thought at first, but then no, when Henderson was looking at Vrabel, hey, should I score? And then Vrabel's like, yeah, score. Because it was almost like, you've seen The Incredibles, right?
Yeah.
Remember when Dash was running and his parents were telling him, hey, slow it down a little bit. And then they were like, okay, now run fast.
Yeah, and then he ran super fast.
Yeah, because that's what it almost looked like with Henderson at first. Because everybody was making fun was with The Incredibles.
Yeah, Henderson, that boy can run.
Oh, yes, he can. I'll say it right now, Ramondre Stevenson, you might have lost your job when you come back. You might get moved to 2.
Most likely, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Next game,
they weren't using Henderson in the beginning.
Yeah, he's looking damn good. Next one we got is the Bengals and the Steelers. Who you got?
Bengals and Steelers. Eagles coming off a bye.
Mhm.
Steelers have been looking awful this week in the past few games. I'm going to take Cincinnati here with the upset.
Okay. I'm actually go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe.
I think Jamar Chase is going to have a big game this week, and Joe Flacco and Chase Brown. Pittsburgh is just depleted in the defensive backfield right now. So I see Cincinnati pulling the upset here.
I'm actually agreeing with them.
They just got to survive enough till they get Burrow back.
Yeah.
And I think they'll do good. Their whole division's beat up, so and weak this year.
Yeah,
so,
it is. It is.
So I see Cincy pulling the upset here.
I'm actually agreeing with you on this. I'm going to go with Cincinnati as well, too, just because Pittsburgh has not been looking good in a couple games. I know everybody wants to say, oh, yeah, they got that huge win over Indianapolis 2 weeks ago, but then look what happened. You literally shit the bed against the Chargers pretty bad, and that defense did not do anything. And with this right here, I think this is the game that gets the Bengals off the snide because they're on a 2-game losing streak, and the bye came at a good time. And I think Flacco might have the same game he did on Thursday Night Football against them, going to Higgins, going to Chase, and I would say even Yoshavash and Chase Brown having a good game too. And I could see Henderson getting to Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to take the Bengals in this one too. They have the Bengals as 5.5 underdogs. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals with the point.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals with the 5.5 also too. Over under 48.
I'm going to say over 48.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over. I think both will put up points, but Cincinnati still gets the sweep here. Next one we got is the Texans and the Titans.
Texans and Titans. Titans are on the clock.
Mhm.
I got the Texans this week with that defense. They put up 24 points last week in the fourth quarter alone, which was surprising.
Yeah, it was surprising because the Jags blew a lead, and I really didn't see them coming. I thought the Jags had that game won because they were literally demolishing them out throughout the whole game until the fourth quarter. They let them off the hook, and the Texans got the comeback win, which was they needed literally to try to keep their playoff hopes alive for the moment until C.J. Stroud comes back from his concussion. I'm also going to take the Texans as well.
I think he's out this week too.
Who?
CJ.
Yeah, CJ is out. He is out. He's not playing in this one. It's Davis Mills again.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm still taking Houston in this one too. I could see Woody Marks having a good game and Nico Collins, and I can see the Texans defense getting a Cam Ward, like you said. Tennessee is on the clock probably for whatever next pick they're going to be getting. So I'm going to take the Texans. They got Houston as 5.5 favorites. You taking those points?
I see Tennessee taking covering.
Yeah, I see Tennessee covering. Oh, you're going with the Titans to cover the 5.5.
Yeah,
okay.
Titans will win. It'll be a close game.
Yeah, I see it close. I'm trying to think. I do see it being close. I really don't think this is going to be this high scoring of a game here. I'm still going to take Houston with the 5.5. I'll take Houston with the 5.5. Over or under 37?
Under 37.
Yeah, I'm going to go under too. I really don't think this is going to be that good of a game here. I'm going to take an under. Next one we have is the Chargers and the Jaguars. Who you got?
Chargers and Jaguars. Chargers looking for that revenge from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when that AFC wildcard game.
Yeah, I remember that they had a big lead and they let the Jags come back.
Jacksonville, they just been going back. They were doing good in the beginning, and now they're going back to the old Jacksonville way of losing.
Yeah, because it's looking like, hey, after that Chiefs game, you thought there was a change, but unfortunately there was no change.
No, they got Travis Hunter out for the year, even though you got, I don't know if, what's his name, Jacoby Myers is playing, and their team's beat up right now, and for some reason, Trevor Lawrence is just trash.
Oh.
I don't know what the hell. He's a first round bust.
There he is.
I mean, I feel bad for them that they took him, and then he just hasn't been what they thought they would be.
Yeah.
But I like Justin Herbert here
Mhm.
to he's doing good, playing with a beat up O-line. The Chargers defense has been pretty good here this the past couple weeks. So I'm taking the Chargers here.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers as well, too. Justin Herbert, even though with that banged up offensive line, is doing it with his legs and doing it with his arm, going to Vidal, Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, and Keenan Allen. And I can see that defense getting to Trevor Lawrence because I've been disappointed in Trevor Lawrence because literally I thought I saw potential in Trevor Lawrence after when they lost in the divisional to the Chiefs. And then I thought, you know what? I think maybe he's going to have a good year. Maybe he's going to rebound off of this and go. But no, it's looking like he is turning into a first-round bust, like you said.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not moving up to the potential and the hype that he was supposed to.
Yeah, no, he's not. And they didn't say anything about Jacoby Myers, so I haven't seen anything that says he's injured or not. So it looked like he may be
It wasn't Jacoby, it was Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Jacoby's the second because I know Hunter's out.
Yeah, I know Hunter's out for the season, so it's Brian Thomas. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't know what the status was on Brian Thomas.
All right, let me check. I have that up right now. He is questionable.
Okay.
So he is it still doesn't matter. I still have the Chargers winning that game. They had the Chargers 3-point favorite to taking those points.
Yeah, Chargers will cover with the 3.
I'm going to take the Chargers with the 3-2 over under 43.5.
I'm going to say under 43.
You going to say under?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Never mind. I go over.
Okay.
I forgot the Jags have been playing bad.
Yeah, I'm taking an over 2 in this. And before we go on our next, I'm going to go off topic, and I'm going to say this. Tony Khan, next week I will be at Full Gear. You better not. I'm going to say this right now. I'm hoping for the go-home show, which is if Moxley is getting booted out, save it for Full Gear before I had to watch it on TV because I love both blood and guts matches. I just didn't like the finish to the first with the women's one. I understand it was submission or surrender. I just didn't like that Tony had to give up due to the fact it's to save Mina's career. I love the men's one a lot better because Moxley gave up, which was a shocker. But I am going to say this. Do not put – no, hey, I actually want to say 2 things. The first thing I hope you do is Thursday is put the Ring of Honor women's title on Harley Cameron because I really do not want to see Athena with that belt much longer. Second, I am hoping, and I am still going to say come next Saturday, is if Mercedes wins and walks away with that belt, you know why we won't be doing a show Sunday, Joe. I probably will be in jail.
Yeah, well, you guys better start riding.
Yeah, there's that possibility because you'll know because Saturday we won't be able to do them because you know I'll be at Full Gear. We could probably do it that Sunday when I get up.
Better tell Rick to have some bail money.
No, I think he might be with us. I think he might be with us in that thing. I might have to ask George maybe to bail me out if he's going.
Speaking of that, so next Saturday you can't do. What time you leaving for the show? For
Full Gear, literally, I think we're leaving about first thing in the morning. We're probably going to leave about maybe 7 or 8. Yeah, probably we're going to leave about 6, 7, 8 a.m. Probably. I know first thing we're probably going to do is get some breakfast, and then we're going to hit the arena. And then after that, I know my VIP doesn't start till God knows when. And then I said,
meeting?
Huh?
Who are you meeting?
I don't know yet because it's a mystery. They don't tell us.
That is stupid.
That is. I don't like when AEW does that. I liked it before when it was they would tell you who it would be. And it would be like, okay, hey, this is who you will be meeting. Because I remember the last one they did before they switched it to this. It was when it was at Full Gear, and I remember it was Wardlow, the Acclaimed, and Tony Storm before it was Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah, I mean, how much are you paying for a VIP pass? If you don't mind me asking.
A while back, because this cost me like about $500. I saved my money up.
So for $500,
I get a good seat. That's the thing. I get a good seat. Yeah, I have a very good seat.
You get a good seat. They should tell you who you're meeting.
I would love that to tell me who I'm meeting. The Dynasty one was not bad because that was Tony Schiavone, Harley Cameron, because that literally that started my second crush, but that's when Harley became my second crush. Because I'll say this for people who ever meet Harley Cameron, she is a nice person and she is very fun to talk to, and that woman can give a damn good hug. Because I have been hugged by her 3 times.
So for a record score, probably.
Well, if she's there, if it's her next Saturday. That's if it is her next Saturday. I don't know. Hey, there's the possibility. I don't know who it could be. It could be damn near anybody.
Why should be the mascot?
Nah, I don't think it would be that. I probably would assume. I know it probably is going to be Tony Schiavone. It probably might be a couple others. If Tony Khan is listening, hey, I wouldn't mind Anna again. I wouldn't mind Anna because that's the 1-year anniversary when the Curse of Anna Jay started.
Right.
Because that's when literally I began the Curse of Anna Jay. And it was also the anniversary of when me and my friend got into that big damn argument on his wrestling podcast about Anna versus Deanna.
Oh, yeah. They don't even use her anymore. Where's she at?
ROH. Yeah, Deanna Purrazzo's in the Ring of Honor. She's in the Pure Women's Tournament.
They don't even post about ROH.
No, they don't really. And usually I have to wait until I find a spoiler. I know is the only thing they posted about ROH is because it's Harley versus Athena. That's the only thing they said is, hey, Harley's taking on Athena for the women's world title on Thursday night. Even though I think this is how I'm going by this is you saw the Blood and Guts match, right?
Yeah.
Both the women's, I think they probably are setting up the seats for Chris and Willow, even though you saw that little bit of tension. I think they are going to do this is more likely is. I think Jay Briscoe. Go ahead.
I'm tired of that. They were feuding Creed. They were going back and forth for like the past 3 years now. It's getting old.
I wouldn't mind this time, but now you have a major title involved in this one, though. But I think this would be the one where you would have Willow turn heel, which would be. I have a feeling that Mark Briscoe is going to be in the Don Callis family. That will start off the cycle. What'd you say?
Right.
That would start the cycle off.
Yeah,
if he loses, I think he is going to lose to Kyle Fletcher. I think it's way too early to drop that belt off Kyle Fletcher.
I think Briscoe deserves it.
I don't mind Briscoe getting it. I hope he does get a belt. I wouldn't. He does deserve it, but I just think it's more likely.
He'll probably win it, and then Kyle will win it back in the rematch by cheating.
Yep.
And then Briscoe stays in
conglomeration. It's okay. Yeah, conglomeration, that little Friends thing, which I don't like. But this is just my 2 cents. I'm just saying my booking view of it would be, I think that will start a little bit of the cycle. Harley would get a title, and you see Chris with a title, which would be, I would say Chris would probably go to ROH just to endorse Harley. Like, you know what, give her the rub. And like, hey, you now made Harley this, and now she's okay with Willow. And that's going to start a little bit of a jealousy. Be like, okay, she got a title, Chris has a title, and then it's going to go to the point where Willow's going to get mad at all of us and go like, all of you can forgive Chris, but you don't let go what she does to me. That's why I think they're setting up the seeds for that. That's the one. Because I have a feeling when we get to the semifinals match between Willow, Harley, and Sisters of Sin, I have the Sisters of Sin in the finals. It's just I don't know who it's going to be up against. It's either going to be up against Tony and Mina, Megan Bain and Marina. This is a long shot, Ty J.
Yeah, it is a long shot.
Because I said, I know is you got to book the tournament the right way. Like, you've got to have that one underdog team that you don't think is going to win it. And it's going to be like, they get to the finals. It's like, oh, my God, this is that one underdog team you didn't think, like Rocky.
Yeah, you got to go with the underdog.
Yeah, like Rocky. I'm sorry. I'm not going to put I love Sylvester Stallone and Rocky. I'm sorry, but Ty J ain't no Rocky besides. Anna and Ty look a whole lot better looking than Sylvester Stallone.
So when are we going to do ours next week since you're going Saturday to Full Gear?
I could do either, here's the days that I'm free. I could do either Wednesday if I get Wolf on. I could do with him and you if he decides to come on. I don't know yet. because I didn't get him on last week. I think maybe something may have happened. He maybe had to deal like with an emergency or something as one. I could do Thursday, even though I'm going to a casino. What I could do is just put a bet down at Harris, and then when we get done, I could go right down to Harris and watch. Friday I can't do because I'm going to Rick's because I'm going to crash and I'm not going to have my equipment on me. Or I could do that Sunday when I get up. Or if you want to decide, hey, let's just take a break and we could just wait till Wednesday when it's Thanksgiving Eve because I'm off Thursday and I know your Eagles play Friday.
Yeah, I'm off Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know if you were off Thanksgiving Eve. I know last year you were.
Yeah, I'm off Thanksgiving. I'm off Thanksgiving Eve. I'm off Black Friday.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to work Black Friday.
Yeah, they want us to come in Saturday. I told them, oh, hell no. I'm not coming in.
Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, that's why I said I know if Full Gear was not in Jersey, then I would have said, hey, same bat time, same bat channel.
What time in the morning? What time, like in the
like on Sunday?
What time you going to Rick's Friday?
When I get off work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I won't have my equipment on me.
Right, I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I said I could do Sunday like in the morning, like around 10, 11, or 12 o'clock. I don't mind doing that because by then I'd have plenty of sleep and I'd be woke by then. The only thing I would do is just get me a cup of coffee just to wake up.
Yeah, we could do it next Sunday morning.
All right, that's fine. All right, cool. So we'll do it next Sunday.
Before football starts.
All right, so
are you staying at Rick's after Full Gear too?
No, I'm coming back home after that. I'm coming back home.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just crashing at Rick's on Friday. I'm not doing any other extracurriculars. Like I'm not going to Full Rees. I'm not going to do Lyft, Uber, and all that because what happened last year was I think when we got there, I literally slept in my car until like before like showtime.
Yeah, you're dedicated. AEW.
No, that was no, because I was off that time because I took time off. And that was the time when I took somebody into New York and I didn't get home until about 3, 4 in the morning. And I only got 4 hours of sleep, and that wasn't enough. Because then Rick made up a good point when he told me, why don't you just crash here? At least you'll get your sleep. You don't have to come back here to come get me. All we would have to do is just go get breakfast, which he made a damn good point. Shout out to you, Rick, if you listen. Huh?
Rick's a cool
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. That is very smart because he did make a good point.
Right.
He made a good point there. It's like, yeah, wait a minute. You are making a good point because all I'd have to do is just, okay, once I get off work is just, hey, crash at your place, get my sleep, and then boom, when we hit the road, get me some breakfast and a cup of coffee, and then probably another cup of coffee just to keep me up to drive. But that's
just. You're too tired, don't drive.
Yeah, I don't mind him driving. I could trust him with my car. I trust him.
Yeah, Rick's driving.
Yeah, Rick. I would trust him with my car. I would not have an issue with him driving my car. But I should be, like I said.
Halloween, you gotta watch out. You might want to try, nice shit.
Yeah. But that's what we're going to do for next week, people. For our folks, me and Joe Law are going to do next Sunday. Due to the fact Saturday, I am going to be at Full Gear. And everybody thought that I was going to be a collision tonight. No, because it's in Erie, Pennsylvania. That was a long drive and how I calculated it. And I wouldn't have got back home till like 7, 8 in the morning. Because that's literally if you're heading towards Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Erie's up there.
Yeah.
All the way. It's actually like close to Buffalo area.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. I know it's upper PA because I know you had to be on the turnpike.
Yeah. Because they're closer to the lakes and stuff.
Yeah, so I know that. Like I said, if Collision would have gone to Reading, I wouldn't have mind going to Santander. I wouldn't have mind because I've been there twice. Once for a Reading Royals game, a hockey game once, and then the other was for Dynamite that time. So that's what I say. If it would have been there, then I would have said, yeah, you know what, I can go to that. But I know is the go home Dynamite show is going to be in Boston, in Mercedes Moné hometown. Boston sucks, except for the Patriots because they're doing a good job.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I'm giving the city of Boston. Besides good beer, which is Sam Adams, which is my favorite kind of beer that I drink.
One thing about Boston, man, That's a small ass area town.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but they do have good seafood. I'll give them that.
I rate their seafood.
I've been to Boston. I've only been to one Red Sox game in the past, and that was with a friend. I think it was like Red Sox Orioles or something like that. It was like way back. I went to a Red Sox game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Fenway's very good. I've been to Fenway. Fenway Park's a very good park. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like a mile, it's a milestone.
Yeah, that's a good baseball park. Same with Wrigley. But yeah, the only other time I probably would have gone to Boston, and thank God I didn't, was the time Game 7. I thought the Sixers were going to pull it off in Game 7 against Boston. And then after that, because that was Mother's Day, I didn't go. That was Mother's Day.
Right, yeah, okay.
That was the reason why I said, yeah, I thought the Sixers were going to pull it up, but I said, hey, here's the thing. It's Mother's Day. I cannot do that. No.
Right.
That was Mother's Day. That's why I did not go. And at that point, and then we all knew the outcome. I'm not going to repeat it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah. So next game we got is Bears Vikings. Who you got?
Bears Vikings. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
I know the Bears are looking for revenge. Because I want to take Minnesota at home this week.
Okay.
They've been looking pretty good the past couple games. I know it's a revenge factor for Chicago, but they always play tough games. I see Minnesota pulling out the victory here.
I'm going to go with the Bears in an upset here. I think they get their revenge. I could see Caleb Williams having a good game, going to DeAndre Swift and Monangai and Romeo Odunze and DJ Moore. It's just that JJ and Minnesota at home, he has struggled. And I know, he was injured, but I don't see him winning this one here, unfortunately. I think this is going to be a split between these two in the division. And then possibly both of these two teams fighting for possibly that 7 or 6 wild card spot. So I'm going to take the Bears here. Since you are taking Minnesota, they have the Vikings as 3-point favorites. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
Okay. I'm going to take the Bears. Go ahead.
Minnesota is what, 3.5 favorite?
Yeah, Minnesota is 3-point favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll cover.
Okay.
That'd be a close game, but I think they'll pull it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears for the 3-point underdog points. Over under 48.
I'm going to go over 48.
I'm taking an over in this one, too. I could see this one be a shootout. Because I know the first meeting, it was – they did get an over in the first meeting. I think in this one, they'll get another over in this one. So I'm going to take the over. Next one we have is another divisional matchup, the Panthers and the Falcons.
Panthers and Falcons. I like give me the Panthers.
Okay, so you're going with the Carolina in an upset here.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, they're going to do what they did in Green Bay. They're going to do the running game.
Okay.
Between Rico Down and Chubba Hubbard.
Okay.
I would do enough to get them. And the Panthers team's pretty solid.
Okay.
So I see them pulling the upset here this week.
Right.
Atlanta just hasn't been the same the past 3 weeks for some reason.
Nah.
B.J. Robinson hasn't done much.
Mm-hmm.
So, give me the Panthers here this week.
I'm actually going to take Atlanta in this one. Atlanta does do good at home. And I know Penix is back for this one. And I know they almost put up that fight against the Colts in an overtime to try to get that win. It's just I have this bad feeling that Carolina's going to pull a bipolar game like they did with the Saints. And that is what is coming to my mind here with this. So I am going to take the Atlanta Falcons here in this one. Since you are taking the Panthers, they have the Panthers at 3.5 underdogs.
Give me the Panthers with the points.
I'm actually going to take the Panthers with the points too because I got a feeling Atlanta would fuck up 3 points. And I have a bad feeling they could fuck that up somehow. So I'm going to take the Panthers with the 3.5 over or under 41.
I'll say over 41.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one. I don't think this is going to be what happened last time between those two where Atlanta got shut out by Carolina. I think this time Atlanta puts up points against them. So I'm going to take an over. Now we are into our 4 o'clock game. We have our key divisional matchup. This is going to be a good one. The Seahawks and the Rams.
Yeah, this is the dose before the big main event, but this is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams here.
Okay.
Stafford's been looking pretty good. Kyrie Williams is doing pretty good. I don't know if Devontae Adams is playing.
Let me check. Let me see. Is he playing?
He got hurt.
I know he did get hurt. Let me see. He is questionable.
Okay. Give me. I'm gonna switch it up. Give me the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go to Seahawks. Okay.
Yeah, they were playing pretty damn good.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Rams here. The fact it's in LA. If this game would have been in Seattle, I would have took the Hawks in this one. So I'm gonna take the Rams here with Stafford having a good game, going to Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, and Tyler Higbee. In the case if Devontae does not play, and I can see Jarrett Verse getting to Sam Darnold. So I'm going to take the Rams here. Since you are taking the Seahawks, they have the Seahawks as 3.5 underdogs.
Yeah, they'll cover.
Okay. I'm going to take the Rams. They cover that 3.5 points. Over or under 48?
Over 48.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one as well, too.
Wait, I want to say under. Under, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're going to go under. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still – I got you. Yeah, both defense do look good. I'm going to take it to an over because Darnold has been playing good football with Smith and Jigba, and Rashid Shaheed hasn't made an impact just yet. I'm gonna keep what I said. I'm going to keep it as an over. Next one we have is the 49ers and the Cardinals.
49ers and the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the 49ers here.
Okay.
Arizona, they don't have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oof.
Yeah, their run game isn't that good. Brissett really doesn't have anyone to throw the ball to besides McBride.
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah, so Purdy's coming back this week. I like Christian McCaffrey here a lot this week. And I see a lot of George Kittle, so I'm going to take the Niners.
Yeah, I'm also going to go the 49ers as well, too. You get Purdy back from the injury. I could see McCaffrey having a good game. Also, Ricky Pearsall does come back, so I think he will have a good game, too, and Kittle. So I am going to take the 49ers. I don't think – well, if the 49ers do with what the Seahawks did to them, I think it could be 2 times as worse what they did, but that's in Arizona, and Arizona sometimes does try to put up points and try to make it a fight. So I don't think it's going to be like that, but I'm going to take the 49ers in this one. They have the 49ers as 3.5 favorites. You're taking those points.
Yeah, I'm taking the 3 points.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers, cover that 3.5, over or under 48.
Over 48.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in that as well, too. Next one we have is the Ravens and the Browns.
The Ravens and the Browns? Give me the Ravens. They've been looking good the past 3 games. They're on a 3-game win streak. Their team's getting healthier.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns, they're on the clock.
Yeah.
Even though they've got a good defense. And I would definitely take the Ravens here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Baltimore as well, too. They're continuing to play good football with Lamar back. They're doing everything in their power to run the table, to try to get their division. I can see good games out of Justice Hill and Derrick Henry. Mark Andrews has been looking good too. And also their other one, Cole Kolar. And I would say Zay Flowers has a good game too. So I'm going to take the Ravens in this one. They have the Ravens at 7.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 7.5 also. Over or under 38?
I'm going to say under 38.
I'm going to say under. Yeah, Cleveland does have a defense. It's in Cleveland. I'll take an over. I think it just barely gets over, like maybe 39. So I'm going to take an over in this one. Next one we have is CBS's Game of the Week, the Chiefs and the Broncos. And for those out there, we're going to have to endure Tony Romo possibly for the next 3 weeks calling Chiefs games.
Yeah, Tony Romo, that guy. I don't know what the hell they're talking about with him.
Yeah, because you got to deal with him next week. Then you got to deal when he plays with the Colts game, and then Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and he just says the weirdest things.
Oh, yes. I liked him as a player, but as a commentator, he can get on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah, big time. I don't know why he does it like that.
Yeah, because I know there was a lot of backlash about this when I read.
Yeah, he just says, and you look at him like, how is he a commentator?
I don't know.
He says, and half the play he says it's not even the damn play.
No.
So, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, he's getting the money, though.
Yeah, he is.
So, but yeah. Should be a good game here.
Yeah, it is. This will be a good game.
Wait, did you pick or I pick?
No, you pick. Because I said about Romo, you didn't make your pick. I said the whole Romo situation. Then we didn't make a pick yet.
Oh, man. We went off on Romo. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I thought you were picking.
No.
God, my bad. And that's the Kansas City, Denver.
Yeah.
Give me the Chiefs here. I like Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. It's going to have a big game there. Denver, like we were talking about it earlier in the podcast, man. Denver just has been squeaking by. Their offense really hasn't been there.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, you only put up 10 points against the Raiders. I mean, come on. I mean, so I like, Travis Kelce getting in the end zone. I like that defense is putting up. It's going to be a close, good game, but I see the Chiefs pulling it out.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning too because, like we said right now, even though the Chiefs are third in their division, like we said last week, what I said about them was a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. And right now, like I said, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are a cornered fox right now, and they're going to be very dangerous come this end of this road here. And this starts the first of it with him having a good game, Rashid Rice having a good game, Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. And also I'm going to say Travis Kelce has a good game, and Xavier Worthy, and maybe Hollywood Brown. And I can see Chris Jones getting the Bo Nix. And also NFL, please no Taylor Swift. We've been doing good without it, so I hope to God she's not in Denver, Colorado. If she is, for those of us at Fullery's, while I was at Fullery's, Baywatch is on, barring if it isn't Baywatch Hawaii, which was on last night, which they had.
That's a good thing.
What'd you say?
I said that's a good thing.
I wasn't a big fan of Baywatch Hawaii. That was just me back in the day. I just wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe because I know that Pam Anderson left at that time, and I know David Hasselhoff was going too. It just wasn't the same after that.
Nah, it wasn't. I mean, it only lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, I know it was a spinoff, and I'm not hating on the women there. They had some hot women on there. It's just, I think just most of us just preferred Pam and the rest of them.
Yeah, but you did tell me they are making a reboot for next year.
Yes, they are. Yep, they are making that reboot. And this also is the 1-year anniversary, I said, of which women wrestling wise, current or former, you would want to see in the Baywatch bathing suit. And I'll put my current and my former ones right now. If I'm going to go current WWE, I would say Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, Bianca. I'm trying to think. Thea Hale, Blake Monroe, Mariah May, Ren Sinclair. If I'm going to go former WWE, Tori Wilson, who literally was on Baywatch. That's how we got introduced to her. Tori, Stacy, Trish, Lita. I'm trying to think who else. AEW was. I'll go Anna Jay, Harley Cameron, Willow, Thekla, Sky, Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter. Oh, yeah, I'll put Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne is hot, like I said. I'll put Marina in there too. Good.
Yeah, apparently none of the originals are going to be in this. It's a whole new cast, a whole new thing.
Yeah, that's a whole new thing. That's why I said if Tony Khan does have to send people over there, because I think more likely he would not mind sending people. I just think WWE won't do it because of the whole PG thing.
Nah, they won't do it.
That's why I said that disappoints me in a way, which is all that talent and all the women you have there, you can't. I know, hey, when they did it in '95, they really fucked it up when they had Pam there. But then when WCW did it, I know WCW didn't have that many women. They just sent Hulk, Rick, Sting, Kevin Sullivan, and Vader. And every time I say when I watch that episode, the sad thing out of this is we no longer have Hulk. We no longer have Mach. We no longer have Vader or Kevin Sullivan. The only two left are Flair and Sting.
Yeah. They do. What was it? Damn, I lost my train of thought here. I hate when that happens. Now I got it. To make this work, you should at least have one or two of the big OGs in it. Because what made Cobra Kai so good is they added everybody that was in
the movie,
the original movies, to make it all work.
Yeah, they did, because they had Ralph Macchio and they had I forget who the guy
played.
Yes, there it is. Yeah, Kreese. I remember him.
They had Kreese. They had Silva. They had all the original guys, the bad guys, the bad boy from the movie, and all. They even had Elizabeth Shue in it. And that's how they made it work. Was they had the OGs, and then they had them clashing with the new generation of young people. Yeah, that's how these shows that they keep trying to reboot. That's what you need to do. You need to have a couple of the old timers, OGs in there that fans like and what grew them to the show. Yeah. And then you got to bring in the new people. Yeah, so I would grow apart.
Yeah. So you would say for the reboot, let's say when the Baywatch does do their reboot, so you would bring back, I would say David Hasselhoff would be one.
He is the OG, yeah.
Because he's an OG. I would say Pam Anderson.
You would have to bring her back.
Yep.
You would have to bring back Jeremy.
So you would have to bring Jeremy Jackson as Hobie.
Yeah, I mean, he could take over for his dad. I know they're like in their 70s and some are in their 80s.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, the original, okay, you can bring back what's her face, the girl that plays Stephanie.
Who played Lieutenant Holt. I forget what her name. Let me find out what her name is.
I think it's Paula Alexander.
Let me check. Because I'm trying to think who that was.
Now, I know you can't bring back Nicole Eggert because of her health and her
issues right now. So, actually, no, they killed off Stephanie Holden. That was Alexandra Pulse. I don't know how you could bring her back because they killed her off.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because that's a tough one. I don't know how you could bring her back when you killed her off. Because she died in the original Baywatch.
Well, she also had a twin.
Yeah.
So you could pull that off.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't think you can bring Yasmin Belief back because I'm not going about on looks, but yeah.
No, she drugs and everything.
Yeah, I said it's a little tough to bring her back. I said you could bring back maybe Erica Laniak back. You could even bring back I'm trying to think who was Billy Warlock, who played Eddie.
Yeah, I don't think he would want to do it anymore. I mean, he doesn't look like he aged at all.
No, he didn't. Yeah, I know his I'm not saying he has to be on there long. I know, but he was like one of the OOG ones until after season 3 he left when he went to General Hospital.
Exactly. And I say that's about it of the OGs.
That's the only ones I would think about bringing back if, like, when they do the reboot. I said Hasselhoff would be one, Jeremy Jackson would be one, Pam Anderson would be one. I'm trying to think.
It depends on where, and it depends on where they're doing it too, as well. I mean, if they are doing it in California, yeah. I mean, what's his name? Who plays Aquaman? I forget his name, but I know who he is. He's a big star.
Okay, let me check. Aquaman actor, Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I always just forget his name, but I know he's.
I think he did do Baywatch. I think he did.
He did Baywatch Hawaii.
Yeah, he did Baywatch Hawaii. That's what he did. I was like, wait a minute, because I was watching, like I said, Baywatch Hawaii was on at Full Reason. I do remember seeing his name in the credits, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he did it. The girl that was in Saved by the Bell, the new class,
okay,
the blonde, she was in Baywatch Hawaii.
Okay.
I forget her name, but she's pretty big too. I think she did Extra and All Access as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's ways you can bring people in that people, if they follow, you can bring them in.
Yeah, there is a way you could do it. Like I said, when they do the reboot, like I said, whomever they get, and then if they get guest stars, like, okay, hey, AEW's popular over WWE because WWE won't do it because of the whole PG thing. Tony Khan would be more likely to send women over. Hey, I can get more on my girls division, and I would send the ones that I would send would be Anna, Harley, Jamie, Megan. I would say Sky, Julia, Queen Aminata, Tony, Mina, and the list goes on, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, female wrestlers, but they're not going to get there.
I know, but eventually it could get to that point. Like, I know how when the original did it with WCW, though. Just the only difference is they just went for the big names, and WCW at that time didn't have that many women. If you want to count Kimberly, and I'll say this in my opinion, I really didn't think Kimberly was that good looking of a woman, to be honest with you.
Right.
That's just my personal opinion. I don't know how you ever thought about Kimberly back then.
Kimberly Page.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She was pretty hot back then.
Yeah, she was back then. Just now, it's just like she's okay. I
haven't seen what she looks like today.
Yeah, I just know I'll go by what Scott Steiner said in the podcast. He said, like, on a shoot with Kimberly Page, he said, "Hey, everybody look good from a distance, but there's so much a distance can do."
Yeah, the last time I seen her, she was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's the last time that I've seen her, like, recently. I don't know what she looks like today.
I don't know. I could take a look before we get back. I'm kind of curious now because you're piquing my interest here. She still looks the same. She still looks good at 55.
Hey, 55? Hey, he's rocking it.
Yeah, she's still looking good. Yeah, she is. So both of us are taking the Chiefs. They have the Chiefs as 3.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, Chiefs will cover.
Yeah, I see the Chiefs covering at 3. Over or under 44?
I'm going to say over 44.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over here, too. I think Denver will try to make it somewhat of a game because they do play the Chiefs close, but I have the Chiefs winning this one. Next one we have is the Sunday night main event, the Lions and the Eagles.
The main event that everyone's been waiting for.
Yes, and the possible NFC Championship preview.
The Eagles will beat the Lions. I like our offense to wake the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go punch with them. And some news, like I said before we came in, about Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta is out. Yeah, he will not be playing in this one.
He's on injured reserve for the next 4 weeks because of his back, so he's out.
Yeah.
That's a big blow to Detroit, but they got that run game.
Yeah, they still have their run game, yeah. I'm going. I'm sorry, man. I know you were going with Philly, so I'm also going with the Eagles as well too. This is like a wake-up game for the Eagles to get back. I'm not going to say get back on track. I think that was just maybe one bad game. It was just a defensive struggle. I think the whole offense gets back on track because they've got to match Detroit punch for punch in order to get this win. There's a reason why I take one, it's at home. Number two, Jared Goff struggles badly against the Eagles. He has only won one game against them, and that was back in 2020 when he was with the Rams. He does not do very good against Philadelphia. This is the reason why I'm taking the Eagles. And I can see Barkley having a good game, AJ having a good game, Dallas Goedert having a good game, and Smitty too having a good game too. And I can see that defense getting to Jared Goff. I can see Jalen Phillips getting a sack here too. So I'm going to take Philadelphia with the win here. They have your Eagles as 2.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking those points.
I am going to take the 2.5 also too. Over or under 46?
I'm going to say over 46.
I'm going to take it over in this one, and I'm going to say this. I would not be shocked if this game goes to an OT. Because how good this game is, this game could go. I do expect a shootout. I do expect punch for punch. This would not surprise me. This goes to an overtime.
Yeah, it could. That's how good it is.
Yeah, I know. Let's hope now they don't go to overtime. I want the Eagles to win straight up, but I just have a feeling it could go to that point.
One thing about the Eagles, man, they never make it easy on us fans to watch the game. We get the wins, but...
Well, that's with any team. They don't make it easy for anybody. Trust me. You go through the cycle of me being a Cowboy fan. Trust me, the Cowboys always have me to the point where I'm about to have a damn heart attack at times with them. But the only difference is I know, hey, we're already on the clock. I know my team is not making playoffs, and I know there ain't going to be this run, which I've been seeing on Facebook, which everybody thinks is, oh, the Dallas Cowboys are going to run the table because they got these new weapons. I said, no, I'm not buying into it. They'll get a win against the Raiders, and that's probably about it. And after that, they're going to probably go maybe 5-11-1 here.
Yeah, I mean, I got this. When your team's coming up next,
Yeah.
Monday night game.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to you about mention something that the GoFundMe they have for Dylan's girlfriend, because she said that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have started a GoFundMe with all the rich players they have on there, Jerry Jones being rich, that they're asking people to help her? Why can't they help her?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
I didn't know if you knew the story.
No, I did not know about that. Yeah, I didn't. The only GoFundMe I know is about Rich Holland, what WWE and AEW wrestlers have been doing since he doesn't have a career anymore. They've been helping him out.
Nah, they started a GoFundMe for her because she announced that she was pregnant with his baby and stuff. And so it's like, well, if she knows she's pregnant, you guys make more money than all of us do. Why are you asking us to help her out?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about that.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, but yeah, I don't understand that at all. So we have our final game, which is our Monday night game. We have the Cowboys and the Raiders. Who you got?
The Lifetime game comes alive.
Hey, like I said, hey, Raw will be on next Monday, so there's a possibility that's all Raw for us.
Yeah, I got Dallas here. They got their offense is pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, their offense was good.
Yeah, it was good. Let's take that back. It was good until the Cardinals exposed it.
Yeah, but I think they bounced back. They have to buy. I think you guys are going to stop the run game because first game with Williams and the Cowboys uniform. But I like CD Lamb here. I like Dak actually doing pretty good this week. I like Williams this week. Pickens. So, and the Raiders don't really have anyone on offense except for Brock and Jeffy.
That's about it, yeah.
And I don't trust Smith, so Dallas should win this handily.
Dallas should win this handily, I'm hoping. I'm going with the Cowboys, too, and everybody's thinking, is Geno going to do what he did against us when he was in Seattle? No, there's a difference between that and this. The Seahawks on that was actually a very good team, and even though they were fighting for a spot, this is not going to be Dallas and Seattle between these two. What happened? I'm taking the Cowboys here. I'm going with Dak having a good game, going to Williams and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and Jason Ferguson. And I can see Quentin Williams getting to Geno Smith and possibly a pick by Deron Bland. And I'm going to say this again. If the Cowboys happen to stink this joint up, and I feel in any shape or form it's getting that bad, Raw comes on in a heartbeat, like I did with the Cardinals. But if it gets out of control, go ahead, what you say?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, but if it gets out of control, like to the point where the Cowboys are doing good, and I feel like, hey, you know what? I think this is a secure dub. Then I will put Raw on because I know, hey, this is a secure dub.
Yeah, I mean, they should win.
They should. I'm hoping. But like I thought the same thing with the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, with this one is, I'm going to do a player parlay on this one. I'm not going to touch. I think Dallas is going to win straight or cover. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to take my chance on that. I'm just going to do is a player parlay, whatever it is, when I get off work. That's the only thing I'm going to do with that.
You got to think the Raiders did play tough against Denver.
Yeah, that's the thing that gives me a little bit cause for concern. Just a little bit cause for concern with that. Like I said, if Dallas had a good record, then I would have said, all right, you know what? I'll touch this game and I'll do it. And this probably would have been my casino game to go to that Monday because I didn't do Arizona and Dallas because of the record. I made that up for with Green Bay and Philadelphia was the makeup game. Some people are saying, like, well, you went from bad to worse. I said, well, hey, you know, I did pick Green Bay to win, but I didn't expect that game to be like that. I could care less. If the Eagles would have won and beat them, I wouldn't have got mad at that. It would have been competitive or to a game. But nobody expected it to be a baseball game.
No, we get it.
No. Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, like I said, I can't put the Eagles and the Packers at fault for that. Nobody expected that.
Right.
That's why I said I'm not, like I said, I didn't get mad at Philadelphia for winning. Like I said, okay, I lose, a little bit of money. That's fine. I can get it back. That's not hard for me to get it back.
Nah.
That's why I said I was not, like I said, I was not mad. I didn't go out to the casino and go like, oh, fuck the Eagles, fuck that. No, I did not. I said, hey, it is what it is. It happens. Them's the breaks.
How many, you've hit a lot this year, haven't you?
What'd you say?
You hit a lot this year, haven't you?
I think I've won so far is week 1 was that Bills game. I won 800. Week 2 was with the Lions. Then it was Dallas against Washington, 500. Your Eagles against the Smurfs in the second meeting was 900. And then I forgot 200 I won off of the Rams 49er game, the first meeting. Because that money I had to use to get a new battery for my car.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, you hit a couple. I think you hit like 6, 7 times.
Yeah, player parlays I hit. I almost would have hit on my one with New England if Mac Hollins would have scored a touchdown, but he didn't. I would have won 5.
That's a thing there. Can you believe that? Mayo, the 5 weeks, he started with 3 or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I picked him to go for 2 touchdowns. He only throws 1.
Yep.
That's the shit I'm talking about. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell does he only throw 1 damn touchdown when the previous 5 weeks he started for 3 or 2 or more?
Yeah, he was, and then he just went to literally it was just basically the Trayvon Henderson show the whole game.
Yeah, that was the whole offense.
Yeah, because Diggs was the only one that scored a touchdown that got passed.
No, Diggs didn't score.
Oh, I thought Diggs. Oh, wait, no, it was Henderson. Henderson was the one that kept scoring. I take that back, yeah. Diggs had a good game. He didn't have a touchdown. I take that back. Diggs did have a good game.
Yeah, he had 100. Diggs had 9 catches for 109 yards.
Yeah.
Henderson had all touchdowns.
Now I remember, yeah.
Yeah, he scored 5 touchdowns in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, and now I'm starting to remember, yeah, that was right. So,
yeah.
I can't remember his point spread. They had the Cowboys at 3.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Well, what did I book up?
Oh, sorry. So the Cowboys are 3.5 favorite. You taking those points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas covers that 3.5. Over under 49.
I'm gonna say over 49.
Dak, you better cover this over because I'm taking the over in this right now, and you better not make me look like an ass on here. Trust me, I got because the Cowboys did that 2 weeks ago, made me look like an ass, and I'm hoping right now they don't do it again, make me look like an ass again. So I'm going to take the over in this one. So before we end, what game should we look forward to?
Well, there's a lot. A lot of them at 12 o'clock, but the games we should look forward to is the main event,
Mm-hmm.
the Lions and the Eagles,
Yep.
Kansas City, Denver,
Yep.
Seattle and the Rams,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, Minnesota,
Yep.
Tampa Bay, Buffalo,
Okay.
and believe it or not, I'm going to throw in Cincinnati. Nah, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, mine's I'm going to go is Bucks Bills. That's going to be a good game right there. I think that with is Josh Allen going to bounce back? That's one. The only one I'm going to say, even though I'm going to say not to look forward to, I still say that game between the Packers and Spurs could be an upset alert game for the Packers. I'm just going to leave it at that. I still have the Packers winning. I just see that game just more likely that the Packers could be on upset alert. I'm just going to leave that one. I'm going to say Bengals Steelers in this one because after the first meeting between those two, we didn't expect it to be that good and high scoring. I can see this one being high scoring as well. I see with Cincinnati getting the split. I mean, not the split, the sweep. Bears Vikings is going to be a good one because this could be the Bears getting their revenge, or also this could be J.J. McCarthy's first home win as a Viking. I'll also say Seahawks Rams. That's going to be a good game because you're fighting for first place in your division. Chiefs and the Broncos is going to be a good game. We get the Chiefs coming back from their bye. Are they going to bring the Broncos back down to earth? And then the last one is the Sunday night main event, the Lions and the Eagles, which is going to be a good matchup in your potential NFC championship preview. So before we end, I think that could be the NFC championship. I said that when I began this. I think that is going to be the NFC championship, which is Eagles-Lions.
Yeah.
Barring the location, because I know we still got a lot of football left. Because I know as of right now, Philadelphia does have that 1 seed. But this is barring until the whole season ends where it's going to be. Is the road to the Super Bowl going to run through Philadelphia, or is Philadelphia going to have to run through Detroit to repeat again?
I think, well, if the Eagles win this, win tomorrow night, pretty much safe to say everything's going to come through Philly.
Yeah, because they technically they do have the 1 seed at the moment. I know we still have a lot of football left.
Yeah, they were saying that the Eagles, if they win tomorrow, their chances go for the number 1 seed is 85%.
Well, yeah, because if you look at the Eagles' remaining schedule, they don't play a tough game until Buffalo. I might say Chicago. I'm not going to say Chicago is going to be tough. I know Chicago has pulled like little screwy wins here and there. I think Chicago might give them a little bit of a headache, but I would say Buffalo. Sometimes the Chargers can be a little screwy, and there's the point where I think the Chargers could screw up a game and Charger a game. That's why I say I don't think the Chargers I could put in that category because I don't know what Charger team I'm going to get at times. Like I said, everybody wants to say, "Oh, I know some Cowboy fans think Dallas is going to put up a run." No, I'm sorry, I don't say it. I'd say Dallas might give them a fight, but I can see Philadelphia pulling off the dub in the end. That's where I'll leave it at. That's where I'm going to leave it at with my team. I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles next week. I think more likely that Dallas could just give Philadelphia just a run. Because Dallas and Philly do play each other tough. And Dak does play tough against the Eagles.
They do.
Yeah, just my defense, I don't trust. That's just it.
Dak will have about time that they've shown like they did against Green Bay.
Yeah, that's just the thing with that one. That's why I said I think the Eagles' only tough game down the road is just going to be is against the Buffalo Bills, in which that game could be potentially okay. Who is going to get the 1 seed in their conference? Or basically, well, the Eagles would get their 1. The Bills, it depends on how the Colts do. If the Colts hold on to that 1, the Bills are going to be worrying about is trying to at least try to get a 2 and try to win your division. If not, there's the possibility they're going to get a lot of help to get their division. Because if New England sweeps them, that's it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And like you said, New England's got an easy schedule, more than Buffalo, I believe. So Buffalo right now is playing catch up.
Yeah, right now they are in catch up right now because they've got literally they have the Bucs this Sunday and then they got a short game. They only got 3 days left and they got to play the Texans on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
So it does not get very easy for the Bills. That's why I say that game between down the road when we crossed the bridge in December 28, when that game comes between the Eagles and the Bills, I said, hey, I thought that would possibly have been a Super Bowl preview. I don't know just yet. Because how the NFL has been going, I don't know.
No, yeah. It's always any given Sunday or Thursday upset.
Yes.
Or Monday.
Or Monday, too, yes. So before we end and I call it a night, it's just been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff. I'm Dave Walker with Joe Law, and we'll see you on the field. Goodbye, everybody. And if anybody that wants to see me, next Saturday I will be at Full Gear. I do not mind conversing.
Good day, good sports. Walker, have fun at Full Gear.
I will.
Hit you up tomorrow. And, yeah, if not, I'll talk to you next Sunday. And tell you and Rick, hopefully you guys don't riot the Rick.
Well, yeah. Let's just hope we're not in jail. Like I said, this probably could be the last. Well, Wednesday probably could be the last episode of me and Wolf if he's on. Let's just hope we're not. Yeah, let's just hope I'm not in the slammer that night at New Jersey's finest. But I won't be. So I'll see everybody there.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope
All right,
not.
have a good one.
You too, man.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.